Hey everyone, MattySTX here. This month with the Stacks Foundation, I have put together and recorded a series of videos. This is a 7-step process um, overviewing the step-by-step process to design tokenomics. And so there'll be a video for each step in the process, as well as frameworks, tools, methodology, resources, spreadsheets, even code for some cases accompanying each video. So it should help builders get used to this step-by-step process of best practices, and at the very least, put them on the right steps for customizing based on the template that they have available to them. In addition to recording this video content series, I have also been working with Alex to help them on their new tokenomics proposal. So have been in collaboration with Alex to introduce their new proposal. If you're a member of the Alex community and haven't seen this yet, I highly recommend reading through this tokenomics proposal and also voting in the governance vote on their tokenomics. I've continued to meet with teams in the Stacks ecosystem. There's another batch of the incubator as well as the accelerator starting up. So already having had teams reach out to me. But if you're in either of those communities, feel free to reach out to me, book some time with me. I'll also likely be giving a lecture later for you. So up to you whether you want to reach out first or after that. That's what I've been up to. I'll continue to be working with the Stacks Foundation for another couple of months at least on preparing some resources for the institutional investors' perspective of Stacks, helping flesh that out as Stacks matures as we head into the new year, and hopefully it is Stacks' year. That's it for me.
Hello all, Harold Davis here, one part of the Stacks GovLab alongside Haas, with some important updates for y'all, including the recent completion of our residency. Of course, we'll still be here for any needed support of the community-led ad hoc style tooling and features that folks have gotten familiar with. There's also an upcoming white paper that will include all of the research and development of the open source tooling throughout the residency. We also have a changing shape of our Did a Thing channel here. It's still a beautiful place for community contributions and peer-to-peer evaluations if you haven't already engaged with it. It's just that we've had a pause to our AdVox style community stacking pool. But in the meantime, the source code algorithm that's been overhauled in the background will still take in consideration contributions in case the stacking pool returns. Upon the return, we will have consideration and nudges for impact, for timely contributions and quality team formation, etc. We've also had the recent cohort completion, our first cohort completion. We saw some chapters folks coming through. Also, some of our newest members got involved with important ad hoc style governance and facilitating of consensus around the most recent 2.1 upgrade proposal and the voting processes and the things that we've learned so far. We also have folks that have come in that have started to, through the cohort and our big friend system, started to connect with each other and form teams around some supplementing of the clarity education programs in the ecosystem, even some developments of open source paths for core developers and things like this. And we've reached out to these folks in the effort of reviving some of our decentralized architecture for community-led funding, including autonomous decision-making processes, built-in accountability mechanisms, etc. And these folks will hopefully help us build out and polish some of the user experience of all of this that happens right inside the Stacks Discord, so that by the time of the turn of the quarter, we have a viable option for the community to supplement the Stacks grants program. And until then, thank you kindly. And you can find us at Stacks Advocates on Twitter and advoxdao.com. Thank you.
Hey everyone, Jetta here from Whitelabel to give our residency update for the month of November. As a reminder, the end goal of our residency is to scale the current Clarity education and onboard new Clarity developers into the ecosystem. Some of the things that we are working on, we're continuing cohort number 5, which is coming up on its final week here. So that cohort will be graduating at the beginning of December. We are finalizing a Clarity Developer Assessment, which will be available to both CAN graduates and self-taught developers in the ecosystem as a way to measure competency in the language and hopefully help with the job employment process and get started building projects in the ecosystem. We're also developing curriculum curated projects to expand on the current Clarity camps. This will allow students to create actual projects that we have outlined, which they can then display as part of their portfolio when looking for jobs after graduating the camp. And we are establishing additional course formats, such as a self-guided course and shorter versions of the 6-week camp. If you're interested in following what we're doing or what we're up to, the best way to do that is to just follow the @ClarityLang handle on Twitter. Thank you.
Hello, Stacks community. I'm Hero Gamer, and I'm the SIP resident for Stacks Foundation. SIP stands for Stacks Improvement Proposal, and the residency is all about helping to build the support system so that we can have a very healthy, robust participation of how we're going to come together and improve the Stacks blockchain together, whether it's from a governance perspective or from a tech perspective. And over the past month, I've been very busy working with various people in order to get the Stacks 2.1 reviewed. So we had the CAPs reviewing all the different technical side of things and governance, people reviewing the activation and various different stuff to do with the Stack 2.1 upgrade. So once that's been reviewed, we've very much been helping to make sure that the voting platform works well, and the user flow is good, and the documentation is there. So the two platforms, SIP15 XYZ and STX.eco website. And also like introducing live voting videos.
Hello and welcome to a Stacks help video. Today we're going to learn how to vote for the Stacks 2.1 upgrade. A little bit about the Stacks 2.1 upgrade is they're going to be improving stacking.
Yep, and things like holding a weekly walkthrough meeting. In fact, there are 2 sessions a week that you can join. So next week I'll be hosting the final 2. Feel free to join. And it's great to see the community spirit, like people with all their badges around the different socials. So you can follow me on the weekly SIP calls or just follow me on Twitter. You'll get all the news from me.
Hi, good morning. I'm Ileana, NFT Resident, here to help onboard new artists to Stacks. I'm doing that primarily through the Mintery and also through community and educational events. So November was a bit of a test month, as we didn't want to kick off another cohort of the Mintery in December, as it was so close to the festive holidays. We wanted to test if there is perhaps a fast lane to help onboard artists that are already well established on other chains over to Stacks. Mintery teamed up with Gamma to put on a community challenge for Art Basel. The purpose for this was to help, first of all, celebrate artists. I think it's been a little bit of a intense few months, and artists need a lot of support right now from their collectors. We wanted to, of course, showcase the brilliant talent that's already on Stacks and attract new talent. We host a competition. 20 submissions would be selected and their artwork would be featured at a VIP event during Art Basel, as well as on the homepage of Gamma. So to break it down, I outreached over 200 artists that have not yet had or minted on Stacks or Gamma. For the campaign itself, we had over 65 submissions, and from those 65 submissions, 33 were actually new artists that had never previously minted on Stacks. Here's a quick overview of the challenge winners, with Igor Martins being the artist that won the $500 as well. We first of all partnered with Artemis, which was an immersive live art exhibition in collaboration with leading NFT creators. The purpose for this was, first of all, to increase awareness of Stacks and Gamma. We wanted to try and build relations with these top leading NFT creators, but also to be associated with them as well, and also expose the community challenge winners to new collectors as well. We also surprised our artists with their work being featured on a second event. Here's some images so you can get a bit of a vibe as to how the events were. Look into what's happening in December. We have the Forest Fairies and Queer Eye NFT collections launching. And also I'll be focusing on planning cohort 3. So looking forward to sharing more updates on that with you next month. And also kind of finalizing the strategy and the roadmap for Mintery in general for 2023. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. Thanks and have a great day.
Hello,
Cheers.
my name is Friedger. I am identity advocate at the Stacks Foundation, and I'm working on profiles that help you to recognize your own addresses or accounts. And if you share your username, your human readable BNS name, then others can find and verify your account as well. And I'm also working on verifiable credentials, so additional statements about you or the account, and all the decentralized identities related things. At the moment, I'm nearly done with the pull request I sent to Hero Wallet that any application can update your public profile. The underlying Stacks.js library is released, and also the Connect library is in alpha. So things are going smooth. Hopefully it's done already, but it's soon. And I looked into the verifiable credential part where I wanted to assign a Twitter account to your Stacks address, but Twitter is not usable for me at the moment. And also the state of the DID Stacks is unclear. It's in a pull request that is abundant, and I looked around what we have now. So Crosscheck is doing lots with DID Web and other things, and all the findings that I had are now published in a blog post that's under the title Beyond Stacks Public Profiles. So I try to just explain what I found and how we can progress from there. Now, I really want to get this done, the pull request for the public profiles on the Hero wallet, if it's not already done. And I will talk to all the app developers that could make use of this feature. And then I want to write about this in the next weeks. So if you can read about my blog in Seigel web3.id, and the GitHub links are still the same. So you can find me, and you can contact me on Mastodon and on Discord, and book a meeting on calendly.com/Friedger. Thank you.
Hi everyone, it's Gordon Christian from Stacks Australia. Just wanted to share with what we've been up to this month. So we've done quite a bit of work on community building. So through NFTs, we launched a program with Oz Women in Web3. That's on a road trip to one of our largest events in Australia called NFT Fest. And that resulted in the launch of an Empowered Women collection. And that was done in partnership with Brett from Gamma. So Stacks Australia and Gamma worked together on that. It's been a fantastic. Here's some images of the ladies that were on the road, and it's had a great impact in our community to help us build Stacks Australia. That led to us showcasing to people how to actually purchase NFTs with Stacks. So that involved showcasing Xverse and Haro wallets, and the Gamma system for minting and creating your own NFTs. So the collection was sold out, and that project has launched the ladies on the road to achieve their purpose. So we also had a focus on security for our people in Australia. So everyone knows what it's like to get rugged. Everyone knows what it's like to be on centralized exchanges. So we covered a number of topics with NFT approved to educate our people about safety and security of their assets, and interacting with hot wallets, cold wallets, and having best practices. One of our key pillars is also Bitcoin mining, and that will lead to stacks mining. So we held an event called Orange is the Real Green Movement and to get off zero. So one of our core team members, Tiggs or Oliver White, is an expert in mining wallets, running Bitcoin nodes, and learning about stacks mining. And we have an initiative running where our goal would be to have that all of our miners are running a small Bitcoin miner in their homes. For around $1,000, you can get an Apollo Bitcoin miner, and that has runs a Bitcoin node in there as well. And that would obviously we need Bitcoin to mine stacks, so it's just a pathway towards that for our people. Electra, one of our core team members, got on the road and went to adopting Bitcoin in El Salvador. Got to meet up with Adam, which was fantastic to have a in real life meetup with our great leader Adam for the chapter leads. Electra got out into the countryside, went to a number of events, participating with the locals in some hackathons. Got out to spend some time with kids that were educating the businesses on how to accept Bitcoin. And yeah, I believe Adam and Electra caught up with some stacks people while they were there. Myself, I was on the road down to one of our universities, Southern Cross University, for a digital ledger symposium. That was an opportunity to launch Stacks Australia into the academic space. So most of the attendees here were from Consensus out of Brisbane, and yeah, some very smart minds there, some very learned people, some people that are really solid in the founder and developer community in Australia. So I got to spend some time with my professor that's providing our course for the Advanced Diploma of Applied Blockchain that I'm just about to complete. And I had 5 minutes of fame on the stage. So I called it 50 devs in 5 minutes to describe the mission that I'm out to recruit 50 developers for the Clarity Smart contracts language. So Kieran, our other core team member, was doing some work in the education space, got to present to 21st Learning International, talking Bitcoin stacks and new methods of education. So this month we have a focus on the vote, the all-important vote. So we'll be doing a lot of work around that in our community this month. We've also got the launch of Rider. We're all very excited about that down here, and so we'll be working on promoting Rider's launch this month. I'll also be down to Griffith University. We've been invited by the computer science department to come down. They are keen to look at a joint venture with us of some kind. So very excited about this. This would be our core activity to recruit developers and put them into the Clarity camps. We will also be working with our community to be very clear on what our goals are. So that for this year, going into 2023, to have established 50 developers here. We have a number of founders we're working with already. I think we've got 4 projects on the go, and looking how we can advance those projects into the Web3 startup program, and then yeah, eventually, hopefully, we get some people to go into something like a Stacks Accelerator, and our community building activities are ongoing. So yeah, our core projects there that we have, the School of Bitcoin is something we want to move into the next stage, Stacks Australia, and Electra Frost has a project called Accounts on Chain. So yeah, you'll be hearing more about those as they come. So thanks for your attention today. We look forward to partnering with projects that are being launched in Stacks. We have a policy that we want to use the tools that everyone that's creating in our ecosystem. So thanks for your time today, and any questions you can reach out to me on Twitter at my Twitter handle is @1770. Thank you.
Hi, what's up everyone? I'm Puji from Stacks Indonesia. Today I want to share updates from Stacks Indonesia. So we are in November 2022 and it is actually the birthday of Stacks Indonesia. And pretty much we got some progress for this November. It is a bit underwhelming. I think there is some, like decline on the perspective of users in Indonesia. And let's see the numbers together. Okay. So our chapter is Stacks Indonesia. We are community chapter located in Jakarta, and our member is coming from all over Indonesia, including Jakarta, Surabaya, Yogyakarta, Bali, and many more. So we basically want to be a hub for Indonesia developers and Web3 enthusiasts in Indonesia. And our vision is to be the number one Web3 education community on top of Bitcoin and Stacks. We have more than 200 combined members in podcasts, YouTube subscribers, Telegram, and many more. Okay, so we have two goals. Number one, educators, as well as providing high quality content for developer in decentralized applications, as well as users of crypto like NFT or just trading. Okay, so what's next? So our goal is for the next few months is basically meeting our goals for numbers of explorers as well as the participants and contributors following the orbit model. And for doing that, we are following the couple of steps. The first one is we want to double down on our podcast, YouTube Shorts, as well as the long overdue DApp bootcamp that we just finished translating the content to Bahasa Indonesia. And a couple of updates from our orbit model metrics. So for November, the metric is reset to 0 again. And for November, it is a bit underwhelming, actually, to be honest. And we only have about explorers, about 21, and one of them is founders. And it is a bit tricky because this month, although we have a couple of progress and a couple of events offline, it is, like below our expectations. And we learned that during the bear market, the sentiment of people who wants to learn crypto is changing from initially like people very excited, very euphoria, and now people are more skeptical. And those now, I think, although the number is small, it is loyal users. Okay, so the next one is some metrics about our Stacks chapter comparing to previous month. We have dropped in Twitter followers, and it is very significant. Although we have a couple of increases in Telegram group members, meetups members, in our blog posts, YouTube subscribers, and we got, although we have like increase in YouTube subscribers, actually there is some decline in the YouTube views and YouTube hours from previously around 200 YouTube views is only like 90. From previously only about 3.5 YouTube hours, it becomes only 2 hours. And if you see the patterns, it peaks on September and it is declining on October and November. I think it is because the bear market, people are start slowing down their activity about crypto. And yeah, that's our progress so far. And this is the highlight for our chapter. We ran our first focus group in Surabaya. This is Praja and a couple of participants in Surabaya. We are discussing about crypto and also like where they are in their crypto journey. And we are currently assessing the result of the focus group, and we might be able to update you in the next meeting. Thank you. And that's it. If you want to learn more about our chapter, feel free to contact us in this channel. Bye.
What's going on, everyone? Nat here from STX LDN, aka Stacks London, out here building up events, awareness, and development for the Stacks blockchain, trying to bring people in on the ground, working with many people within the Stacks ecosystem, including, yes, the Advox program still to build up a lot of onboarding flow and education for people that are joining the system, the ecosystem, as a completely new thing. A few changes that have happened over the last month or so. We did NFT London. We were out there also in Malta talking about Stacks and trying to bring some people around to the Stacks ecosystem and building on the Stacks ecosystem out there. I'm working on a few other projects with a few other partners as well, and hopefully we'll have some nice surprises coming for you guys in Q1 of 2023. We've also recently had the few changes to our website, so we've changed up a little bit of our messaging on our front page. Our block survey form, when you scroll down on the website, has now got a few different fields on it, and we've also updated our gallery page. Our gallery page is now featuring all of the latest pictures from events that we've been to, and also we'll be uploading a few more videos that we've currently got on the cutting room floor. Next up is our resources page. We decided that we were going to put up a resources page so that people could find places in the Stacks community and find partner events or partner companies or organizations that we've linked with as STX LDN, also to make it easy for people to find all of our socials. So if you want your project, platform or community listed on our resources page, please get in touch with us. Please get in touch with me via Twitter, the Discord. On Twitter, it's at BigRPic for myself, or at STXLDN. And just get at me and I'll try and arrange something with you guys so that you can get added onto here. We've got a few videos down here at the moment, really just early videos for people just wanting to learn and brand new, but we'll be replacing those as time goes on with a few of our own videos and walkthroughs. So again, thanks again guys for having me. It is great to see you guys here, and another December, 2nd December now for me in the Stacks ecosystem. Moving on to 2023. Peace.